So what are some of the places the journey has led you?
What really came to me throughout the course of the quest developing in my heart and mind was that the place to bring all your wondering. I have always been a grappler, always. And I don't know, only the Lord can work this out for me and tell me why my mind thought the way it did and why I'm such a compulsive thinker. I like to think, Lauren, I like to think it is because I'm a student. And so a student is driven by questions. I was that kid in school. I was the one like this when I began to take my first Bible doctrine class. I stayed after every time until I drove him crazy, until he began to give me homework assignments and say, you go do this and I don't want to see you again until they're done. I'd come right back, bring them all back. I'd have more questions. He finally started coming to my house and mentoring me there in the scriptures, and my husband would have to sit there because of course we couldn't. And so it was because I constantly, well, why? Well, why do we believe this? I think back on something, for instance, that I just took as doctrine. This is the way it is. This is what we believe. And I can remember very distinctly pushing my Bible back over to him and saying, but why? And he said, because it's right there. But I said, but all of that's on that one phrase? It was like, but I don't understand how all of that's on that one phrase. All of that whole doctrine's dependent on that one phrase. It was this kind of thing. It just driving everyone crazy. But I have come to think it's been a precious part of my journey. The fact I've always wanted and loved the wonder of God. I think that mystery is something that is not only to be just accepted, certainly not resisted. You might as well not resist it because it's in it.
It's a fact.
It's in it. And you guys have lived that in every way. But to accept it when it's very, very hard to do more than that. But what if we stepped in and said, I perhaps even embrace it. I perhaps even would say at this point that all my wondering was part of that gift of wonder. That I've always wanted to know why, how, where is that? What I've brought all those questions. Everybody else got tired of them, but he'd just sit there, his invisible self, while I'd just be saying to him, why does this work this way?
And so patiently.
So good, so good. And so ultimately it just came into something that I thought, I'm writing this down. I can't be the only one that has found out that it seemed tidier back in my earlier days. What happened to tidy? I liked tidy. I liked tidy. And there's still, of course, this is all black and white. I love that. I love it so much in black and white. In fact, I couldn't take the gray without the black and white. But the older I get, the more I think, man, we just had it all lined out early on. And so much of it is a walk by faith. Faith is the hope of things unseen.